Hello, my name is Sudley and welcome back for another episode of Ep33 as Japan. In previous episode, we won our war against Jing and Dainam. The war against the East India Company still continue, although we should probably just make sure that you're defending there. As long as we hold on to part of that state, they will eventually surrender. But our war against Prussia is still ongoing. Their fleets are causing a bit of problems, but I think now we'll have enough... Oh, actually, I just realized. Northern China, I don't think we have any generals from there yet. Did we make... I think we have switched the troop qualities there already. So, Army, General, Northern China. We'll get someone that is... Oh, wow, okay. Armed Forces Romantic with Explorer trait, or Armed Forces Explorer... Oh, right, conscript. We haven't activated any conscripts, have we? I don't think we have. Oh, wait, no. It's because the areas had conscripts activated. Yeah, there's not that many barracks there. It's just a ton of conscripts. Well, there's some barracks to be fair, but not all that many. We'll maybe get a few in here and increase some of these as well. That total should be about 40 battalions there later on, but we don't have them active yet, so we don't need to recruit a general there. But now we should have a fleet strong enough to protect our interests in here. And I don't know actually, how are the Prussians doing overall? Are they fighting another war already or something? Don't think so. No, they're not in another war. But I suppose they've probably had to retreat their fleet or something. Oh, I don't know. At least we got a pretty strong fleet there defending, so that, in theory, should be sufficient. We got a lot of flotillas though, so I suppose now that we switched the stuff there though, we're going to have to give them a little bit of time before we start utilizing the fleet from northern China. But it's something that we'll have to start doing. Especially if we were to start sinking some convoys. I don't know where exactly, but somewhere. I'm sure they got some trade routes going through here. Oh, it looks like Hawaii is actually importing wood from us. Let's actually have a look at our market real quick. So, ammunition is something that we need drastically more. Oil is something that we need more. Electricity, artillery, radios, coal. Oh, well, for coal we could actually do something about that because we've unlocked the better mining. So if we were to switch these for the diesel pumps, that would be a lot more coal produced. Actually less laborers total. So that would free up some workforce substitution. That would be a massive amount of profit there. It does take quite a bit of oil overall, so it's not without its problems, let's just say. Oh, we got 25 million radicals right now. I mean, I suppose they probably increased quite a bit with the conquest of these three states. But eventually, East India Company is now dropping a lot in their war support. I mean, it's still the same speed that it's been going down, but it's a lot closer now. It's about 9 weeks away, I think. Actually, no, it's a bit more than that. So we got attrition. Where exactly do we have attrition? Oh, down here. Right. Technically speaking, I could just send this one in. And then take away from one of the other armies that is not busy. Like the Tokugawa, actually, I'm going to send you back home. They are now attacking, but we'll have our troops arriving there shortly. And I don't actually know if we'll have... No, it's still going to have the same problem. Who deserves the credit? I'm not going to give it to landowners. I'm going to give it to the farmers. Oh, wow. Italy is having some problems, I reckon. Oh, yeah, they got another revolution. It's a revolution of the revolution in Italy, by the looks of it. How's Africa looking, actually? So Russia's got a lot of land there. South Africa is a thing. Well, I suppose it does start... No, actually, it's the Cape Colony that starts. So South Africa, is this is independent now. Oh. Interesting. Oh, the Dutch have a lot of land in here, apparently. I have a feeling that they probably had more, but something got liberated later on. Scandinavia is still a thing. And America is a mess as always. There's the United States of America and Free States of America. And then Mexico owns a lot of land, as well as Upper Canada. And Russia still owns Alaska. But at least we've been fairly strong in this. I mean, we had some ups and downs. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the playthrough. I've still got about 4 more years to go as well. Definitely number 1 in GDP. Not in GDP per capita though. How's the standard of living? So now we're back to 14. Ah, dough rollers unlocked. Good. Let's actually have a look. So we've got 4 million peasants in here. Oh, wow. Do we need more sulfur? Maybe it probably wouldn't hurt. And the logging we'll also get. And, oh, coal mines in here. Don't mind if I do. I'll get the fishing and a little bit sulfur mines as well, and some iron mines. And over here we got some lead mines. We'll get some of those, especially for the glassworks. That's going to be quite nice. And a few other things in there. We might need to increase the infrastructure in those as well, but we'll do one thing at a time. Right, so that is hopefully, well, it's now 8 weeks away for the East India Company to surrender. Something like that, at least. We're just holding the ground there. They're not attacking either, because some of their support is pretty low. We didn't activate the flotilla here yet. Let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? So, recruit the fleet and experienced naval commander, dockyard organizer. I mean, this could be maybe slightly better. I'm going to take that one. And then that is North China's raid convoys. Suppose we could start raiding the convoys over there first. Do we have another one raiding the convoys already? No, that's the only one. Oh, flamethrowers unlocked. Kill rate goes up. Okay, good. And then let's go ahead and activate the aircraft carrier. That might be a good idea for Japan. So we are hopefully sinking some of the convoys, so that means that at least their troops over here are... Well, some of their troops are a bit low morale at least. That's for sure. They should be getting more, but we'll see. So it's 4 weeks away for their surrender. Then it's just a matter of war of attrition against Prussians. This war might not end before the game ends. Oh, but there we go. 1.7 billion GDP. That's a lot of mines that we're building, of course, so that is helping a little bit in that regard. The amount of loyalists is still higher than what we have radicals, and the radical number should be dropping. Of course, it's like it's still within a year when we capture the Chinese territories, so, you know, it's going to take a while before it drops. I think we had like 14 million or something like that there, and the peak we had 33 million, actually. And the loyalist numbers are slowly climbing up, but I suppose the Germans have decided not to do any more landings, or Prussians, rather. There we go, we got the Tenasserim as well. We don't have a lot of, oh, actually, yeah, industrial port is fine there. But of course, the market access and all that is a bit of a rough one. Malaya, we got okay stuff in here. We can probably leave that as is. So now we're actually making some money again. That's good. I mean, we're not taking a lot of attrition or anything like that, and we're building a lot of stuff in here in various places, so that definitely helps. And we got 100,000... Oh, wow, that's a lot of convoys. 100,000 convoys. That's not going to run out anytime soon. Let's have a look at the journal entry. So, elevating our situation, we'd have to have urban centers with arcades. Chemical warfare, battleship warfare. Oh, right, we need to get more battleships in, and then that'll be kind of done with that one. Oh, Costa Rica is having a revolution, alright. But now we have a lot less troops moving and all that, and I suppose there's a lot less armies from enemies moving as well, so the game is running slightly smoother. Nothing massive, but it's a little bit better. I'm still building a lot of things. Oh, wow. I think that was all the buildings in China that just got completed. Alright, well, I suppose... Oh. Don't suppose there's any more oil discovered in anywhere here. No, we're still getting some of the lead mines, and I suppose we're going to get the fishing over here done. Looks like the sulfur mines are still pretty valuable. I'm just going to build that all up. Same with the sulfur mines down here, and get the iron mines up. Some logging. Coal mines that have already been built. They are hiring, slowly. It's still using the condensing pump over here, which is probably fine enough. Actually, what other things did it, other than for mines, did it unlock anything else with that compression ignition? Oh, for some of the farms it unlocks the ignition tractors, which will probably reduce the workforce even further. And the diesel engine for motor industries. Which, to be fair, actually, let's have a look at... Where did we have another motor industry? I know that we got one in Chubu, was it? Yeah, in Chubu. That's a 91 level still, so that's not something we're going to afford upgrading. I think we had one in here. If we were to switch this to the diesel engines, the amount of engines that we'd produce would go up a lot, but the amount of oil that we consume would also increase drastically. So maybe we'll hold off on that one at least. And then over here, did we... Oh, right, actually. It's Dynam. They're making okay profit with some of the things in here. That's good on them. They are, of course, part of the Japanese market. They are hostile, but we're slowly improving the relations. And the fact that the Dominion, that's also increasing the progress over here slightly. So we're increasing 1 per every 25 days right now, which is not too bad. Is there any other interactions that we could do? We could take on the debt. They would not accept that. What about Jazian? Is there anything that I could do with you to improve relations? There's still poor relations. Bankrolling is not something that... Not yet. It's only 11,000 as well that they get. So that wouldn't be too massive of an impact there. It probably would still help, admittedly, but it's not too bad. But the attrition war against Prussians, well, they're losing the war support slowly. I'm losing my war support actually slightly faster. Might be because the radicals are a little bit more prevalent in our country. Yeah, that's mostly it. Alright then, well, they will definitely eventually give up with this war. Well, their gold reserves are dropping, whereas our gold reserves are actually going up. Not by massive amounts, but they're still going up, as well as our GDP is increasing still. We're pretty much the same speed as it's been increasing for a while now. Standard of living, we're still number 14 worldwide, so it's Prussia actually. Prussia is up there. Alright then. So we're at least fixing some of the issues they are, reckon, but maybe not sufficiently. Oh, let's get the whaling stations over here. That's going to give us a bit more oil, which is something that we'll definitely need. But thus far, I don't think the enemies are doing a lot of attacks or anything like that, so it's just a matter of waiting. But I have a feeling that if I try to go speed 5, the game might not really enjoy that during warfare. Plus the fact that we just got so much out of the industry and all that, that is trying to expand. It's going through all the industries like, okay, is it worthwhile expanding this now? We do have pretty good legitimacy though, so that's good. That is actually really good. Is there any laws that we could change? Well, there's a movement for mass conscription, but I don't actually want that one. And the right of assembly, if we were to go for the protected speech, armed forces would stop being a loyal. Petite bourgeoisie would start hating that a little bit. Or would, well, wouldn't necessarily hate us, but they wouldn't necessarily enjoy that either. I don't necessarily want to go for the free trade either. Not that we do a lot of trading in the first place. Although, how much do we get from tariffs? 13,000, so basically nothing. There's not that much trading that I can do with the fact that I got 400 infamy. And we're unstuck in the war. I mean, it kind of gives us a bit of time to just expand our industry and all that. So it's not necessarily all bad. Let's have a look at the market, actually. Ammunition is still something we need a lot more. We got our ammunition factory over here already expanding. I'm just going to give that another level. It is making okay balance, but we are also subsidizing it. Well, if need be. Right now, it doesn't seem like we actually need to. And then chemical plant over here, I'm just going to give that a couple more levels. The chemical plant has been expanding a lot. It's producing a lot as well. That's for sure. But it's already using the most effective production methods available. We're slowly getting the extra flotillas over here for the fleet as well. We lost some convoys. Ooh, oil discovered in Shenzhen. Oil. Encourage the trend. So how many... Ooh, another 5 oil rigs. I'll take that. We need a lot more oil. So that's our first step on getting more oil in here. In China, at least. So that's definitely good news for us. It's going to be a bit of a shame that we won't have all of this. So actually, let's have a look at the market access. If we have any problems with that. Got a little bit in West Borneo. Let's have a look at the buildings there. We could probably... Oh. Give it a few more ports, actually. Then Sunda Islands is going to require a little bit more. Give us some ports over there. Maybe we'll give one more railway as well. Oh, we could go for the diesel trains. That will increase the transportation. Does it increase? It does increase the infrastructure, actually. Let's put in the diesel trains there, sure. So that's our first diesel trains. And then, of course, Australia is having some problems still. We've got so many sulfur mines in here. Oh dear. Is there any way for us to reduce the workforce needed? I mean, if we go with the pumps here, that would reduce the workforce needed to some degree. That would also increase the oil consumption a decent bit, but, you know, if we can reduce the amount of workforce that we need, that's probably good enough. But we need... The railways are now subsidized, at least, so they are fully employed. If we put in the diesel trains over here as well, that would actually probably fix the infrastructure issues there. But I wonder if that's... Yeah, no, it's the lack of infrastructure, but I suppose it will hopefully get better. And there might be a few others... Oh yeah, we got some infrastructure problems over here in Kyushu and Chubu. Get a little bit more in there also. I'm just going to get the 10 ports over there. And in Kyushu, we can probably get a lot more ports as well. The railways are already pretty high level. But there we go, that's going to improve the situation hopefully a little bit. We are reducing the radical numbers a little bit, although right now in the past year it's been fairly stable. No, not too bad swings to one side or another. The loyalists are still increasing about 1 million a year, so that's not too bad. Because we don't have all that much time, but I suppose the standard of living hasn't been increasing all that much overall. It will probably start doing that soon enough, but right now it's been a bit of lacking. Is there any more? Oh, we could get some more rubber plantations in here. And then in Tenasterium we could also get some rubber plantations. Let's get those underway then. Not that we needed the rubber too badly right now, but it probably wouldn't hurt. I'm still making 44,000 per week, so how is the... They've still got pretty good gold reserves overall. And white peas is slowly gaining more and more prominence in there. Like, eventually they will probably accept that. But right now it's not quite there yet. Even if the water wall goes down all the way. But once the white peas goes up to... I was about... Oh, behaviorism. Oh. More influence. And what do we still need to research in the society ticks? There is still 5 things. Yeah, 5 things. I'm pretty sure we won't get all of those. Flash freezing is all... Well, that's going to be done soon-ish. And there's the oil turbine, and that's all the production stuff. In military, we're getting the aircraft carrier right now, and the modern battlefield tactics as well. I want to get the carrier first. Planes are going to have to wait. Although, how are we getting carriers and not have planes yet? I don't know, but better not question it, I guess. So, the British still own Singapore. But that's not something that I will be taking in this playthrough. Like, I don't think we'll be having any more wars after this one. We'll still see how far we can... We can probably reach 2 billion GDP if we just keep constructing. Which, to be fair, we could do that quite easily. Let's just make sure that we start increasing... Actually, what do we need a lot in here? Electricity, radios, ironclads. Okay, so we got the... Oh, and infrastructure levels are dropping. Or not being sufficient. Let's double check. Oh, right. Steel passenger carriages. And we'll go with the electric trains at least. I'm going to go through these railways real quick. Also, apparently the cargo boats we're using still clippers. So that might be explaining a few things. But there we go. We've got, yeah, 100,000 free convoys right now. That is just massive. We lost some convoys. Doing some trading. I don't know if that's... I believe it's down here, actually. Yeah, over there it's being raided. That's some trade routes going into Europe, I guess, or Turkey, or Ottoman Empire, rather. But let's have a look at the... Tools is still something that we need quite a bit. If we could probably actually just minimize that. So, electricity, tools, and coal is still something that we need a lot. So, electricity is something that we could... Well, we need more coal to produce that. To be fair, we did increase or upgrade these. Do we have another one over here that we could... we got 72 mines over there. So if we were to switch these to the diesel pumps, that's a lot of oil that we need. It doesn't increase the price too much, but it does increase the price. But the amount of coal that we produce is going to increase by 2,000. That is massive. Plus it's going to provide a little bit more workforce in there for other jobs. Let's go ahead and get the power plants a bit of upgrades there. Maybe a little bit more glassworks. Actually, I suppose since we got the extra money there, we could potentially tax porcelain. That would be 266,000 pounds per week in extra revenue. On the other hand, can we drop the... I actually wonder, if we put porcelain tax there and then reduce the total taxation, the loyalty or legitimacy is going to be through the roof. And secondly, we're not going to lose too much money right now. The standard of living might be increasing. Thanks to... Oh, yeah, there we go. Open as Japan completed. Excellent. Oh, we got some of the coring done, didn't we? Or yeah, that's incorporated now. And I think this one's incorporated as well. And now we got the taxation problems there, but that's not too bad. Winds of change. Kansai has become a long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from small houses and scattered farmlands to being on its way to become a blooming metropolis. We'll take the extra loyalist in there. And that is our old capital in here, which is almost 20% of our total GDP. I mean, to be fair, we got a lot of things in here. So, oh wow, and there's almost 1 million peasants still. Alright, well, let's go ahead and give the Arts Academies a bit of upgrades there. Tooling Workshops a bit of upgrades. Can we actually... We could reduce this to hand assembly. Would maybe reduce the profit a little bit, but it would employ a lot more people. And use a lot less coal. I think it's good enough for now. We've still got a lot of capacity for construction. Actually, let's double check the construction. And make sure that everything's working on the arc welding. Well, apparently everyone wasn't working on the arc welding, but now we can get that underway. We've got a lot more class works that we can definitely get up and running. Get a few levels over there. Furniture, well, we can give you a few levels as well. We don't have a university in here, so let's give at least one over there in Beijing. I suppose we'll give one university in each of these places. To get things rolling, as it were. But there we go, that's full construction queue again. And the war against Prussia is still basically just naval warfare at this stage. I'm using classrooms. I'll take the extra... Ooh, actually. I'm gonna reduce the discrimination a little bit. Petite bourgeoisie is not happy, but we've still got enough bureaucracy to not have to worry about that. Although, is there any institutions that we could increase? If we increase the social security, we do have the stuff for that. Okay, we can probably do that, unless there's something else that... We don't need to get the colonial affairs any higher. We don't actually use the colonial affairs anymore, so I'm just going to put that to the lowest level, then increase the social security a little bit. So it should be increasing and going down at the same speed, more or less, with the bureaucracy use, so it'll be fine. Standard of living is now, oh wow, number 16 as well, so we are dropping steel even further and further down, but I suppose it's mostly the Chinese provinces right now that are having the problem. Everything else seems to be mostly fine, at least in terms of the standard of living. I mean, there might be some other places that aren't all that great, but I think if we just keep on building in these three provinces, we've got the universities, we've got the mines underway now, we've got the logging camps and all that, so these are doing fine. There is a lot of, oh wow, there's a lot of farmlands in here. Do we need... We could use some cotton, or tobacco rather. Let's get like 50 of these. Also make sure to build some railways, actually. Assign that to be upgraded automatically, and then over here we can give you a few more railways as well. And there's quite a bit of room over here for more farmlands as well. Tea would be okay. Oh, silk. Let's get some silk. And then we can get a lot of silk in here, or tobacco. We'll get some of both, actually. That'll be fine, and then we'll give it a few more railways, and the ports are already being built. So that's going to keep the construction sector busy for at least a few months. Probably not much beyond that, to be fair. Okay, now we're already growing to number 15 worldwide in the standard of living. And GDP is almost 1.8 billion. We're going to hit probably 2 billion before the end of the game. Although we only got about... a bit shy of 3 years remaining. But I think it's possible. Especially with the extra construction speed that we have right now. It's just insane. We're losing a bit of cash, actually. But I'm sure that we'll be fine. Oh, the amount of convoys. Oh my goodness. Wind wells. Flowers, all fires, and other lethal accidents are becoming more common as the hunt for oil in Xinjiang grows more ruthless. Where there's oil, there will be blood. Our population, 188 million. We're still number 2. I think, oh, Great Jing. Oh, yeah, they got almost 400 million. Yeah, fair enough. We're at least above East India Company now, so that's good. And then, oh, right, you can see whatever we've conquered a lot of land from China, that's for sure. All discovered in Veracruz. Alright. Good on them, I suppose. And Alabama. Oh. Right, so we've got a bit of extra troops in Manchuria that we could rise up if need be. Oh wait, no, that's probably activated conscripts still. Or potentially activated conscripts. Oh, the literature rate has dropped quite a bit with the conquest of these territories. Alright then. At least the loyalist numbers are growing quite quickly. The radicals are also, well, have grown a little bit in the past year. But I think we don't need to worry about that too much. Oh, and there we go. Now we're number 13 in the standard of living. I mean, if we look at the top 10, we need to reach 21.1 to be number 10, and 26.2 to be the number 1. I don't think we can reach the number 1, even if we try very hard. Let me give you a few more levels for the shipyard here, actually. Oh, the steamer price is going up. Alright, well, that's good. And the ironclad price is also going up, apparently. Oh, there we go. Now we're number 13. So slowly but surely we're increasing, and we've got 1.8 billion GDP. Now the question is, of course, will we reach the 2 billion, and will we be able to at least be, well, I'm sure that we can get to the top 10 in standard of living, but can we reach like top 5, for example? We'd have to have 22.3. I suppose it's not impossible, especially if we increase the standard of living in these areas a lot. Speaking of which, though, our convoy's being rated a low market access. Hebei is only 34. Oh, wow. I'm not seeing the convoys in here, though, so Hebei is just... well, it's going to build a lot of railways, plus let's get the ports in there. And same with Shanghai, let's get the ports in there. We've got a lot of railways being built, but if we can increase the standard of living, or the market access in here so that they can get all the things that they need, that will already make a massive difference. Aircraft carrier is done. Oh, oil discovered in Mazandaran. Oh, so more oil in Persia. Well, well, well. So France, we still got cordial relations. Is there anything that I can do with them? Not really. Still got poor relations with Jazeera as well, but I suppose soon enough we can start bankrolling them, maybe. So their economy is going to be a little bit better, they'll get a bit better stuff as well, and then they'll use more of the products from our market, which means that the market access, or the prices for these things will maybe grow a little bit, but also the profit that we make at our factories will start increasing even further. Looks like we need a lot of oil, right? Oh wow, minus 8,000. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, that's quite a bit. I actually wonder, if we were to switch the glassworks over here to not use the oil, would that would potentially make a lot more money. I mean, the glass price would go up a little bit, but the oil price would also drop. We'd have a bit more laborers compared to mechanics and engineers, so the standard of living will drop a little bit. But, you know, we'll make a lot more money overall, hopefully. And the standard of living now number 12 worldwide. Oh, okay, so it's dropped to 20.9 to be the number 10. Well, or to be the number 10. Alright, let's go ahead and build up a few more things over here. So plantations are already going to be upgrading probably on its own. Suppose we could get some more industries in here, sure. I mean, yeah, the industry probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, what do we need? Electric industries is 2,000. Motor industries is something that we could probably get at least a few levels. Let's get to 5 and allow that to upgrade. Electric engines will probably do. We'll do some automotives. And then over here, let's go ahead and get something else. We'll get some food industries in here. That's always a profitable industry, at least most of the time. And then in Beijing, we already got a lot of things in there. Let's get another... Glasswork seems like it would be potentially profitable. We could maybe reduce the glass to be using the... or not using the oil, rather. That's going to reduce the oil price in here locally a lot. Glass price is going to go up a little bit, but it's not too bad. And it also means that the workforce is going to be easier to attain there. Because, you know, a lot less demanding job, as it were. Could we do that over here as well? We probably could do that, yeah. No, we're not making quite as much money. And the standard of living, I don't know if it's going up or down. Probably not a massive difference in there, to be fair. But, you know, at least things are going quite nicely. Overall, the war against Prussia is still in a stalemate. We're still losing the war sport slightly faster than they are. Although, they're not that far off from accepting the white peas. At least the gold reserves have dropped and the white peas has increased its... oh, but they got a lot of loyalists in there. Oh, we'll discover in Irkutsk. Okay, unfortunately that's not our territory. It would be over there. How much is there? Well, it's 8 oil rigs total that they have there. So it's better than nothing. I suppose actually Russia, you're still hostile. So you probably have... No, you haven't embargoed us, have you? Wait, maybe you have. You have. Okay. We got a lot of embargoes on us. And I don't think we can fix that. Oh, but Korea, now we can maybe start bankrolling you. To improve relations even faster and, you know, improve their economy a little bit. Being the good guy for the once. But I do realize that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.